So basically, we took the basic quiz again. Unfortunately, again, there were like three mistakes that were made, right? So one was 3, and then we had 16 and 17, I believe, right? So, um, I pocos alumnos en la clase, right? And which means there are some students in the class, and and in terms of the answer, we have a blank, and then it's muchos alumnos en la clase. So from what we have seen, in order to negate an affirmative statement, we need to identify the verb and then add a noun before that. So in this case, initially we were thinking that I could be the verb in question, and then you could write no hay muchos alumnos en la clase. But then the question comes, I mean, because obviously you got it wrong, right? Then you have to think what else could possibly be the answer. So, because if you look at the remainder of the sentence, it is muchos, many is not a verb. Alumnos means students in the class, So none of which are verbs. So which brings us to think that instead of pocos it's muchos, right? Then and alumnos en la clase, and then you're only looking at I, right? I, and which you wrote as no hay muchos alumnos en la clase. So this is something to ponder and think about. Um, but in terms of 16 is Carolina no estudia español, which is again a little tricky because if it's Juan no estudia español, it means Juan doesn't study Spanish. But then we're talking about neither does Juan. So in that case, we need to use ni or ni. Ni, right? Ni. Ni means neither. So Juan ni estudia Spanish, but that which we tried again, that doesn't make it right. But if you're talking about 17, that is tiene algunas revistas. So revistas means magazines. So do you have some magazines? No, no tengo. No tengo. So algunas, again, let's look at what could be the opposite of algunas. Is, if you look at this, algunas is something, but we're talking about as a first person, right? So it should then be ninguno, right? That's what we're thinking. So if we use this, we go back to the question here. So let's see if that works, because no tengo ninguno. Let's see if that works. And it doesn't. Because even if we use ningunas, we follow the same form, I'm pretty sure that's not going to work too. Right? So alright, going back to the negation. Yeah, this is probably a topic that we have spent some time on, spent a lot of time on, in fact. So, ningunas. Algunas is something. No, We tried ninguno, we tried ningunas. No, no tengo, which I thought should be ninguno. Algunas. And revistas is tienes algunas revistas. No, no tengo ninguna. So why is it ninguna? Because ninguno generally used in the singular. Okay. Alright, so we will again go back to this in the next video, because the thing is, we really need to understand the concepts, and once we have a good understanding, we can, it makes things easier. So if I just do Ninguna, let's see what happens. Interesting. So no tengo, because we done exactly what is listed in the example, right? And so no tengo ninguno. Okay, so it's just ninguno. Okay, so ninguno ninguna, right? So I don't think there is an accent on you. But anyway, let's go back to the question here, and then let's go down. Instead of the accent on you, we're dropping the accent and just leaving as ningunos. Let's see if that was the all right. So that was the trick. So I mean, so basically we shouldn't have an accent on you when you're talking about ninguna, right? Ninguna, no accent. I think I got that accent from, I mean, the accent on you from here, right? If you see this, this has got an accent. It's got an accent over you. But then we're talking about Ninguna, the accent drops. The accent on you drops, right? So that is a good thing to know.